Previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2.
Am I narrow enough to get through here? Oh God. No, I'm not. I just asked that question, and I'm not narrow enough to go through that. Now I'm trapped on the edge of this. I did wonder when he pulled me across there. I did wonder whether or not I was wide enough to get across there. Right, this is going to be bad. Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Last week we tried that e-truck, the Renault e-truck, the e-tech as it's called. I think they've got two models that are coming out. I don't think they're commercially available yet, so I think that Euro Truck Simulator got a bit of an exclusive with them. The only way to get them, though, I'll just sort of go back to this so you can see, is you have to do quick jobs. And then you have to have a little look for ones that are electric. So they're usually the shorter ones. So because the truck really doesn't. Apparently, it's a range of 500 kilometers. I don't really believe that, but apparently it is. So what you're doing is actually the easiest thing to do as well is change this to Renault trucks. Change that to Renault trucks and scroll through them until you see the little electric icon next to one of them. I'll just scroll through and see if we can spot one. Not seeing one yet. But there you go. So some furniture. It's to go. How? Just out of interest, how far is that journey? It's only 113 kilometers. I don't believe that these trucks can quite go as far as they say they can go. I think this is a little bit of a misnomer. I think these things, can't quite go as far as they say they can. Thus far I've not seen one that's much longer than that. There's another one there. That one is 144 kilometers. It's not far at all, really, is it? It's pretty short range, and so far I don't think we've seen much in the way of weight either. Yeah, I think this will probably be it. Oh, there we go. There's an 18-tonner. That's a little bit longer. That's a couple hours worth. That one. It's all doable, as they say. Yeah. We're not really. I mean, to be fair, I think you know what? We're going to take this job because last week we did it in the middle of the night, and this one's going to be in the middle of the day. So I think we take this job now, so we can see the truck in all its glory and give it a try. I didn't expect to do this, but we'll do it in all its glory, and we'll take it for this longer journey and see what happens. So we are taking nuts. Nuts is what we're taking, so it's already loaded up because we're obviously on the God, get my words out. We're already on the sort of journey itself, so we're already there as such. So we have our e-truck there, and we can see it in the daylight for a change. So that's quite nice. Let's jump on inside and start her up. So then we get all of the dashes and all this kind of stuff that go with it. It's all digitalised. It's all tabletized. There is actually, to be fair, on the scale of things, you still get the truck feelings so that they're there. I had a comment from somebody the other week, last week, about the truck, and then they made some very good points. One of which was that obviously there's these things are. I'll put the lights on as well. That wastes battery, by the way. These things are particularly heavy, so they stick to the ground. So they are quite long and heavy. I'm guessing all the batteries are along the bottom of there. Because of that weight, you've got a low centre of gravity, which is good. Which means that you can probably take corners quite quickly, realistically. So I do think that there's something about the shorter journeys. But again, you've got to remember the environmental impact of these things. They're not the space bar for the where is this? Oh, it's there, right in the middle of the dash. Looks a big button. Yeah, big button for the thing. But you get instant power. Look at this, straight up to speed. I've got 18 tons of stuff on the back, and genuinely, it's being pulled like it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. It feels like it's like gliding, realistically. It's very weird. It's gliding along. I don't know how to change it to the other thing. I'm going to press F3 to see what's going on. So down in the bottom right corner, we've got our GPS. This gives us our destination. Lovely big hogweeds there. Look, there's flowers. Those white ones. Wow, that instantaneous power is just phenomenal. You gonna let me go? I think he is. Right, so instantaneous power with the whole thing. So literally I can just put a foot down and go, boom, there we go, 60 kilometres. Oh, well, almost. You know what I mean? You can see the power gauge in the bottom there because I'm going particularly hard at it rather than soft. There's still a lot of problems with this. I don't, also what's the lifespan of the battery, how long they last for, how long does it take to charge? You're telling me something that's this heavy and this sort of wide. It's making warning sounds. Not sure what the warning sound's for. Is it for turning? Probably for turning, actually. But something this heavy and this so long, whether or not this vehicle itself, and I'm surprised it's not digital mirrors. I suppose that's an overhead electrically, isn't it? That's what maybe one of the things I'm thinking of there. It's an electrical overhead, because everything that you do with putting lights on or whatever else is an overhead on the battery at the end of the day. It's an overhead on your electric, on your petrol or your diesel, but it's not an overhead. By the way, it pulls it like nothing. It's like absolutely nothing. You don't feel it pulling at all. It just goes. There's just and the silence. There is just silence. I should have put the music on, by the way. I'm not putting my music on this week. Yeah, we're going off this way. But yeah, it just instantaneously pulls. 18 tons is nothing for it. It is absolutely nothing. But I'm as I say, I'm still conflicted over the output of this. Is this just going to be? Is the depreciation going to be that bad? As bad as the cars are. Cars lose 27% on average at the moment, whereas a normal car with sort of 10,000 miles on it will lose you 16% of its value after the first year. Electric vehicle loses 27 up to 27% of its. It's between sort of 20 and 27%. So just to be fair to it. But the issue being, does it generate enough? There's kilowatt batteries on the side of me here. Lots of things going on. Does it generate enough in the way of, I guess, is the carbon footprint of building one of these things combined with the unregulated use of lithium mines? Does that equate to a useful fuel efficient way of doing things? Let's consider another little strange factor here, but let's consider it. Take your local sort of fast food establishment. I'm speeding here, by the way. Fast food establishment. Most of those now fuel their trucks with the leftover fried or used cooking oil that they can use from their vats to fuel their entire fleets. Many of them are what they would call net zero because they're reusing that as fuel. So something is generated anyway to cook your lovely fried chicken in, or your chips from whatever else is, can be reused as fuel to run their fleet, thus making it technically net zero. Whereas this will have a humongous carbon footprint for creating it. It'll have the problem that all batteries have. Take your mobile phone, for instance. You keep a mobile phone for 5 or 6 years, and most people don't. Your battery will start discharging quicker. It'll take less time before the battery needs refilled because the battery becomes damaged. The same applies to truck technology or battery technology in cars. It's going to be an interesting one. This. Have you driven one of these e-trek trucks yet? Have you taken one out for a little trundle to see what it's like? I'm not the experience is very smooth. I'm not disagreeing with the experience, by the way. I think that the experience of, if you've ever driven an electric vehicle or a vehicle that is semi-electric, i.e. a hybrid, you will see how fast these things can be and how quick you get power. But there's a lot of environmental impacts, which of course already applies to the fossil fuel industry anyway, but most of that's regulated. So say most of it, not all of it is regulated. A lot of it's not regulated, but I'm loving these mountains that were carved through. I'm not even sure where we are, but wherever we are, they've got mountains that have come and carved away for the roads to go through. Don't even know where we took the job. I just took a job somewhere just so we could try this. Now I've got the speed limiter disabled, so I'm half tempted to see whether or not we can get up to 100 kilometers now. It just pulling like you would not believe. It just does it. There is no issues here with the power of this. The direct input to the accelerator and the direct input to sort of getting to your destination. It's there. It's seriously there power wise. I say never really argued that as a factor. They are extremely quick, instant power straight to the wheels. The heaviness makes them, apart from destroying all the roads and having to use specialised tyres because they need something called graphene mixed in with it, and graphene being a carbon molecule that needs to be added to the whole thing that will basically strengthen the tyre strength because the additional weight is not what you're used to on tyres, so tyres get ground away. You can't put additional tyres on an electric vehicle. It just doesn't happen. You have to get very specialised tyres for them to sort of get, to prevent them from grinding away when you're driving on standard roads. Of course, that means the roads themselves require additional repairs. My favourite one was the ironworks that they put on the roads. There's things like your drain covers and all this kind of stuff. Most of those aren't rated high enough, especially the ones in people's home drives. So you've got your home drive there. You've got your cover over your manhole cover over your where your sewerage goes out of, and they're not really rated for above 2.5 tons. So when you reverse your 2.5 ton either hybrid or electric vehicle onto it, they break. It's a minor thing, but it needs sorted. They'll have to take that into account when they're building, buildings and all this kind of stuff. It's one of the things that they're going to have to take into account. This is very weird, especially with no music. There's not even going with it's the silence out here. There's absolute silence as we're trundling along the road. It is a slightly unnerving experience being so silent. Whoa, sorry. Very, very. Do you know what? It's very manoeuvrable as well. Not sure about the 4x4. I assume it's 4x4 actually, not or 4x2 with a 4x4 ability. I would assume that. Customer expects their thing very soon. Very, very far. That's fine. It's almost there anyway. We're almost at the destination. Oh, here we go with the silly music. Yeah, I think this is the last one until they become available to buy, because we will. I think we're gonna. It's gonna be interesting to see how that works out when it comes to available to buy, because they're gonna have to sort of rejig, I guess, the petrol things and take into account 40-minute breaks, which I'm not sure is viable for the transport industry. It's alright for little short journeys, but I do think that we're going to see chargers in, if they're going to do this, where I get to my destination, there'll be a charger waiting for me. So I'll plug in while I'm getting unloaded, which, it could take 40 minutes, and then do that. Now, I'm saying 40 minutes based on cars, by the way. This doesn't follow that this thing, which is gigantic, won't be more. Whoa! Close. I'm gonna get a picture of this. Look at that. Look at that. When you push the button, look at it accelerate. Watch this. Boom. Just pulls. Unreal. No, it must be going around here. Yeah, just pulls. Where are we going in? At the end. Yeah, just pulls. Just You see it lift as it powers through. I shouldn't have gone straight across there, but I have. Just lifts like a machine. And the brakes, of course, are regenerative, so the power goes back into the braking system when we do it. Stop there. Let's handle the job. Another reverse job. Let's see if I can do it better than I did last time round, because I really struggled with it last time round. Because it was very fast. So... let's have a look at the position. There we go, I think we can see it. Look how fast that goes. That's just ridiculous. That's just basic reverse. Just like, it's like a gun. It just flies out of the place. It's like insanely fast. Yeah, it's insanely fast. There we go. Let's have a little look. It's not the best at parking, but it is insanely fast to do what it does. Let's press the T button and we are done. We are decoupled and we are done. That was a very quick mission, realistically. A very, very fast one indeed. A very fast episode. Not a lot to write home about on that one. Maybe we could get a little one from a normal truck, to be honest with you. Let's see if we can do that. Let's do a little one with a normal truck. Let's see what we can find from a normal truck. So let's have a little look at the freight contracts from where we're currently at, which is here. Am I stuck on the side of the road? I am. I think I am. Yeah, I am, because I had a little bit of a disaster. We have to get somewhere. Right, let's get somewhere instead then. Let's go to the world map. See where I am. Yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. I need to go somewhere. Let's go somewhere. Let's do this episode to go somewhere. Let's go here. Let's go visit this place and find ourselves somewhere nice to stay. It's 116 kilometers. Let us do that. Let's turn the media onto our normal radio. Let's just do that instead of using their music. There we go. There's my music on instead. And we'll go back to the... I haven't quite got the dashboard down right, but in my head, but we're close. We're close. Right, okay, let's get our truck back to where it needs to be. So let's push the button and let's get started. A little bit of a rumble of the engine here. There we go. Nice rumble. When I accelerate, though, the engine has to get up to speed, unlike an electric, where the power is already there. It's already at the axles of those things. And gotta admit, I love a rumble of a truck. This one's a beautiful truck as well. I need a new colour for my truck, I think, next time round. We need some pinks in there, do we? And some lightning bolts. Get the old 80s going properly. Let's get back over to here in Sweden. After that disastrous time last week. Look at that. Lovely water. Right, on we go. I'll put the cruise control on. Keep us controlled. And we'll go rumbling into this place. Might sleep twice so that we're up for the morning. Basically having a day off. We're having a day off. We did a little e-truck thing, which is a quick adventure, which is really weird because it's not where you are. You'd think that all the quick ones would be where you're located currently, but I suppose that doesn't apply if you don't have a truck. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's amazing. I suppose that doesn't apply, though, if you don't have a truck, so it can't be like where you're located. So you get flown into the place like a commando and dropped on the scenario where you need to be. It's a pretty short video this week. I have had a few technical issues this week. I'll be honest. I'm not going to be doing American Truck Simulator. So if you're looking for that, sorry, it's not going to be there. I've had a few PC technical difficulties. It's been driving me around the utter twist, to be honest with you. And it's a known problem. And I love the solution of the company that starts with M and ends with soft. Yeah, I love their solution for the particular problem, which is format your computer and start again. Fantastic. That's what I love. That's my favourite part about it. I managed to resolve it myself without doing that because they're idiots. It's only their computers, of course, or their software. Yeah, stick to I don't know. I'm quite confused by the number of adverts in the blooming thing. If you've got Windows 11, which I have, I've upgraded to Windows 11 only because I used to run this on Linux and I wanted access to more games. And the only way to really do that at one point was to basically have Windows. So I have a Windows PC that's specifically just for games. I put nothing that I require, that I trust, onto it. If you listen to what I'm saying, I've literally got no personal data on this beyond the games that I'm playing. So it's like launchers for games and other things. That's all that's on here. There are no personal files, no data, no nothing that I would trust with Microsoft. Whoa, hello. Yeah, so because I trust them so little, I don't put anything with them. I really don't. I can't think of anything worse than trusting them with my information. That would be horrendous. I guess one thing I do trust, unfortunately, with one of those corporations. Do you remember when years back when Google had a set of sort of rules and tenets that they were going to live by? One of them was don't be evil. They've removed that now, so I assume that means they're allowed to be evil. I don't think Google's particularly evil, by the way. I just think that they're like many people. They like to make lots of more money where possible. They have to compete with everybody else like anybody else does. But the Android devices are a big thing for them. Buying Android, because they didn't own that, by the way. They bought that. They saw it and they saw the opportunity that came with it, so they bought it, and it was a bit of it was a coup for them, doing that. Wow, look at this. Lovely. Past a beautiful DAF in a sort of bright yellow earlier today on the motorway. Looked fantastic. There's that football again. Seen that before.
Nimm diese Ausfahrt.
Bike's just left there. It's lovely. Is this Sweden? I think I'd like to go to Sweden. Not been to Sweden. I think I'd like to go to Sweden. Anybody in Sweden? I definitely think that it looks. I know it's a Euro Truck Simulator, obviously, and it's not accurate to life. But I have to admit, I like the look of it. It looks nice. I think you'd have to go in the summer though, because I think the winters are very cold. I'm sure they're beautiful, but I think I'd like to try it when it was sort of nice and warm enough. Warm enough. I thought that was a side road I could take for a second there. Always on the lookout for side roads. Been a lot in the American Truck Simulator over the Euro Truck Simulator. As I say, I'm going to do a little bit of the game. It's the sort of the bits and pieces. The something else game wise this week for instead of American Truck Simulator. Just because, as I say, I've run out of time. And it's one of those things. It's, when you run out of time, especially due to those sort of technical difficulties. Sugar, I was naughty there. Sorry, you can beep at me, please. Feel free to beep your horn at me. I was very naughty.
Nimm diese Ausfahrt.
Knew he was going to do that. Came out right underneath me. We're 4 kilometres away, so yeah, bottom right hand corner. I was going to go through that before with the e-truck, but I got kind of sidetracked by my brain. Have a watch last week's video. You'll get all the details from there as well. So if you want to see a couple of e-trucks, it's this week and last week. I think it's even called Renault E-Tech Truck or something similar. Just to make sure you know exactly what video it was. Yeah. I might call this episode the electric question, because I think it is a question. I do think it's a question. I think that we're not being fed all the facts about the electric thing. And as I said before, in a box, electrically, they are better. They're not made in a box. They're not made in an environment where there's zero carbon emissions. They're also, for the most part, made with lithium from mines that aren't regulated. They're mostly manned by either, equivalent of sort of slave labour or even, let's even go with my personal favourite when you're going to do this, child labour, unfortunately. And of course, quite often, as this the way things are, here we are. I've stayed at this one before. I recognise it, funnily enough. I've been here before.
Wir sind heile angekommen.
Yeah, I know, I'm here. Child labour is the other thing that they use, unfortunately. So it's a strange scenario we find ourselves in at the moment with governments pushing this regime. But I'm gonna guess the current sort of governments have got money invested in it, I would assume, which is the reason why they're interested in it. Anyway, I'm going to stop the engine. I'm going to sleep. So we're going to actually have a nice afternoon. 13:37 in the afternoon there. We're going to have a nice afternoon. There we go. Lovely day. And then technically raring to go, but we're not, because we're going to do it again. And it'll be about 7 a.m. in the morning, which is utterly beautiful as the trees are dappling across the top of my vehicle. And sort of golden hour of photography, that is. Fantastic time. Anyway, I knew it was going to be a short video, but it's just the nature of this week. I've just run out of time, realistically. I've got things to do as well, other videos, so I'll do them as well. Anyway, I'll catch you soon, and I'll catch you next week, and we'll do something good. Let me know how you think about the Renault e-trucks, though, anyway. Please feel free to like and subscribe. You know that thing. Usual thing. Share it if you like as well, because that helps. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.